Howdy, folks. Welcome to Lazy Train Game. That was a diesel. It had a little steam whistle there right before I hit record. Not sure what's up with that. This is not a simulator. It's a fun little puzzle game, basically, with trains. And the devs were nice enough to send me a key for it. There's also a demo available on Steam. At least there is as I record this. So if this looks like something you might like, go check out the demo. And I believe it comes out in October into early access. So I've played this a bit, had some fun with it. So let's hop in and show you what it's all about. All right, we start with this little loop, and I've already done this map. There's you can see there's a golden caboose way over there. Once you get that, it changes your multiplier, so that's why I have this multiplier 2x. So I think I get 2x the points or whatever as we progress through the game. So it's basically a logistics game. So we want to collect these points, and then these points let us upgrade things once we have some points. We can buy various parts to build the track. There we go. We'll have it go around in the circle. So right now it's just going around. It's not doing anything. We need to pick up stuff. So we have wood here, and I think they call this metal. So we need to place a wood collector. So we can filter. You can go to all. We want to filter on collectors. And we have quantity 1. We want to use this wood collector. So we're going to plop that on the wood deposit. Then that starts filling up with wood. I think it starts at 10, but like I said, I've played through this once and got the golden caboose. So now I'm kind of starting over with the 2x multiplier. And it looks like maybe it keeps some of my upgrades. I think these cars all carried 10. I don't remember for sure, but anyway. All right, we're picking up wood. We need some wood storage. We gotta have somewhere to put this wood. Do I have all my track? Let me go to straight. No, it does start over with all that stuff. Okay, so we have one straight track basically, and I need 4 wood to buy track. So to get the wood, we need the wood storage. And then once you have in storage, you can spend on track. I hope that makes sense. Go to storage. We have one of these in stock. So let's go ahead and we'll stick it here for now. And you can also speed up the time. Have it go super fast. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it keeps the upgrades because these are all the upgraded versions. Oh no, maybe the multiplier times 2 is that. I thought it was the stuff you got. That's why it's times 2. I got it. Now we have 20 wood to spend, so we can place one more track. So let me get him around that curve. And then I'm going to hit space to pause this. You can go collect these. Place a wood cellar, so we can also sell this wood, but we need some track to do some more things on. So if we right click on the track, we can delete it. And I want to go to straight track, and I've got 2 of these longs. So we're going to use this. Then it just snaps right on. Do that and that. And I want to buy some more of these. I don't have quite enough. All right. Fair enough. Well, we'll go out that far. Right click to undo the picker. And then I've got these 2 guys. And was it mouse button? Yeah, mouse button to rotate these around. There we go. Now we have our track back. Escape does not close those. All right, we can collect those. So now we're getting some points together. So the resources let you buy track and things to build with, and the points let you upgrade the things you have. It'll make sense once we get going. All right, place a wood cellar. Let's follow the tutorial here. So if we go to, I think those are under storage. Yeah, wood cellar. Oh, that's right. I need to buy. It costs metal or iron, whatever that's called. So I need to go to collector. It's iron. Okay, so it's an iron collector. So to pick up the iron, to place the wood cellar, I need 60 wood. Well, I only have one storage, so I only have 20 wood. So I need to add some more wood storage. So let's buy 2 more of those. And we'll just set those right there. I pushed the wrong button. I don't remember what the controls are to speed it up, but we will speed run this. There we go. Back to 1 speed. Now we need the collector. We need an iron collector, so we can buy one of those, and we can stick that right there. I was confused when I first played this, because I thought that was pipes. So I was trying to go over here to collect iron, but that's stone. We'll get to that. All right, collect our points. Now we're going to need a metal storage, or iron storage, so we can spend that. So let's go to storage, iron storage. We need to get back up to 60 logs. We can do that. There we go. Iron storage. Yes, please. And then I want to use that, and let's just stick it right. Stick it right after the metal. Now for the wood cellar, was that... Wood cellar is just 10 bars, so we got this made. All right, buy one of those. Place that down. So now we will try to fill up the wood storage. Actually, I should put the cellar here. That would make more sense. Let's redo this real quick. Uh-oh. Did I break it? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. It's all falling apart. There we are. We want the storage. And then I want the wood cellar over here. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. So to fill up the wood storage, any leftover wood, it will sell. All right, let's collect that. Make 10 attribute upgrades. All right, place 10 more tray, place an iron collector. Right. That. Collected 200 wood, so that's a lot of storage upgrades. We are going to need to get over to this stone over here eventually. So let's go ahead and let's spend some money on track. So we're going to need to go back to our straight track. There's bridges and all kinds of stuff. So we want that. Got 6 of them. Let's buy 2 more. All right, let's pause the train. More of those. We'll eventually be able to buy a stone collector. There we go. We did that. Place 30 total tracks. Collect that. Place an iron storage. Didn't I already do that? Oh yeah, that's why it's highlighted, dummy. Okay, now we need an iron cellar. What is that all about? Let's go to storage. Iron cellar. That's where we need the stone. So now we need to get over to the stone. So we need to go to collectors. I'm going to need to be able to collect the stone. I need 30 iron to do that. So I'm going to need more iron storage. So we go back to storage. You can set up hotkeys for these if you put them on the favorites. But anyhow, we need the iron storage. We need a little more wood. Let's get our wood filled back up. Oh, this needs to, I've got this on the wrong side of the wood. It's never going to fill it up. Duh. I are dumb. All right, let's pause that. Let's fix that. So you need to come over here. You need to buy more long tracks. So I've got that on the hotkey of 1. Straight long. There we go. Now we can say storage. We want your wood storage there and there. And then we want our wood cellar to be at the end. That will make much more sense. And we can fill up that wood. Collector, we need a stone collector. So we need the, right, we need the iron storage. Now we can put another one of those down. Really need, yeah, let's do this. So let's delete these guys. Let's go to our straight track again. Put some of those out this way. We're gonna need them. Trust me. I've done this map before. I've got some better ideas. I've got some ideas. So I don't know if they're better. I've got some ideas. There we go. And then we can put our other storage down. So we have our iron storage. Flip that around. How much did I need? For a stone collector, 30. There we go. Buy one of those. Now we can place this on there. So that's going to fill up, and then we need to get the track over to here. So we can start collecting that stone. Here, let's let him get that all filled back up again. Then we'll pause. So you could, of course, min-max, you know, really do a lot better job than I'm doing right now. I'm recording this after a very long, arduous day at work. My brain is fried. So I'm just kind of having fun with it. You could definitely do a better job. So let's take those off, and then we need to get over to here. It looks like that spacing is going to be about right. So let's do that. And then, no, it's the long is not going to fit. So this is where the different sizes come in. So let's buy one of those. This looks like a long and a short. There we go. And then I kind of want some storage. So maybe we'll curve around and have our stone storage over here. So go back to our curved. Like that, and then we're going to need probably one more, but let's go to straight. We're going to need a few of those. And then we'll just kind of eyeball it. We'll see how we do here. Curved. Long. There we go. And then I'm not sure. That looks like it might be a medium. It's going to be a medium, and then is that a short or a mini? There we go. Got her made. All right, then what we need for the stone storage. So stone storage, we can already buy one of those. So let's just pop that right over here. Start collecting some stone. Then we need a little more iron. Do 40. So if we... No, we're a little low on wood, so we need to speed our little train up. Get our resources back. These things filled up. Alright, let's go ahead and collect that. Need the 30 stone for the iron cellar. Alright, how are we looking? We can do another iron storage. That way we'll have 60 iron in stock. And we're going to need more stone storage, so let's buy one of those. Plop you right there. Beautiful. We can afford another one of those, so let's just plop that right down. Then we'll have our 60 stone. Okay, we need to buy the iron cellar. I think we're good to go. So we're going to buy that. So we'll say, okay, once you're done filling up the storage, just sell that off. It's a beauty. Let's have him go like, 4 times speed. All right, collect that. Collect that. Collect that. Now we need a stone cellar. And then I haven't been doing any of this. We've got 131 points. Let's spend some points. Let's slow this guy down. Let him chug along. We need to spend some points. So the whole idea of collecting these is you can upgrade stuff. So our wood transport, we're hauling 20. We can't really haul more than we can produce. And also I've got this multiplier. So if I upgrade this 1, does it go to 22? It does. All right, so it's just literally just a 2x multiplier and everything. Got it. All right, let's upgrade the crap out of this. That'll take us to 30 on the wood, and then 30 on the iron. Let's do the same for the stone. So we got that ×2 multiplier. And then for our storage, kind of just do the same thing. Beef everything up. We still got 41 points left over to play with. I like it. Alright, speed him up. Collect that. We spent some points. Place a split right. So then we have like turnouts or switches. What do we want to call them? They call them splits. We do need a... Oh yeah, we need a stone... We need a stone cellar, don't we? So let's come back over here. We'll say after you've dropped off all your stone, we can do a stone cellar. Oh, we need dirt for that. Never mind. We have to go get the dirt. So if you're still with me, this is where it gets interesting. We got to go over here to get the dirt, I think. Is this a dirt? No, that's another stone. I know there's a dirt here because that's where I went and got it last time. That's another iron. What have we got over here? That's it's a slightly different color. We do have dirt over here, but it's kind of fun building the bridges and stuff. So we need to head over that way. It wants us to make a split right. So the way I did this last time is I came off the end of here. That worked pretty well. So let's go by the split. So I need a split right. So we'll do that. And we'll do that. And then we'll have our loop in the middle here. Got it just in time. And then these you can set to be various ways. The default is it kind of just does it automatic. You can have them set up so it'll only go right, or so it can direct the train as needed. So what I want to do is come off of here and then have a single track go over to the dirt. So let's work towards that goal. So let's go back to the straight. Put some of those down. I'm not sure what we'll need 100%. If we go to curved, if I do a short, I need to, oh no, that's tighter radius, isn't it? I forgot. We don't need that. Don't need that. So we basically will have to probably use a medium curve. But we need a little short straight guy first. Let's go ahead and do a medium. I keep forgetting those aren't shorter segments, they're tighter radius, so I just wasted that again. So if we did that and then flip that around, there we go. That'll get us over. So we get back over here and we're going to have another split left. And then I probably need a short in here. And possibly a medium? Yeah. So a medium there. A short here, I think. And then a curved piece back. Oh, no. I was snapped onto the wrong thing. You got to watch it and make sure it snaps to the right thing. There we go. Now we're going. Okay, so we'll get this set up. But for now, we're just going to have these set to straight, so they won't try to go out on this branch line yet. And then this one, we want to have it set to straight. So they'll come in here and they'll go back. If that makes sense. All right, we're off to the races. We need a whole bunch of straights. Got a whole bunch of straights. Last time I kind of went way over, and then I think I'm going to come over one, and then we're actually going to curve. Then we'll go over to near the edge there and run along it. So back to our straights again. Yeah, let's. Last time I went over here and up. I'm going to go a slightly different way this time. But what we need to do is we need to get it's called elevated. So we're going to need a ramp for sure. You can see we're not quite up there yet. So we probably need a short. No, a mini. Let's try that. Go back to elevated. There we go. So that's how you get up to another level. I can just hit my 1 key because that's my straight. Although we're going to be too close to go up, aren't we? So we're going to have to go over a bit. Came over too far. Let's regroup. Let's do a curve right out of the gate here. There we go. Then we need to go back to our little mini guy. Doink. Then back to our ramp. Beautiful. More straights. You get the idea. So we'll kind of make this a little janky. Now, is that going to be over far enough? That's what I'm not sure about. I don't have any more curves, so Let's buy some of those. Yeah, it's gonna be still too close. So we're gonna have to wiggle a bit. Let's do it this way. So let's curve here. And if I come back over this way, that's still too close, isn't it? We're gonna need at least 2 more of those. Yeah, it's a little too close. All right. It actually worked better coming in from that other direction. So let's do this. Let's go back to our curved. Is that off? We'll get it. You're forgetting you have to right click to get rid of the track before you can select something different. A little strange. Okay, now let's do this guy. Yeah, that's right on the edge again. So we're going to need probably a short. Takes a little getting used to. Now where are we at for getting this ramp in here? We are a mini away. There we go. Make sure. Sometimes it wants to snap to, you know, if it's close enough, it'll snap to the wrong thing. Okay, can we get up to the next level now for the love of? Let's actually go on down because I don't think we're gonna be able to turn the corner without some real jank going on. Yeah, that should work. And then we're probably, it looks almost like a short rather than a mini. Let's gamble on the short. Ta-da! All right, we made it. And what do we need here? Probably a medium? Beauty. We're getting there. We're almost to the dirt. Am I out of straights? I am out of straights. Well, we should have plenty of stuff in stock, so let's just buy some more. How we doing on the big curved guys? There we go. Back in business. Okay, we can do that. We need to place a dirt collector before I run out of money. We need a dirt collector. We need... Oh, we're out of logs. Go, speedy train, go. Everything filled back up. There you go. Beautiful. Good job. All right, we need a dirt collector. That's going to go, you guessed it, on the dirt. And then what I did last time is I just had a turn out like that. And we'll just make a loop. And I'm not sure where this is going to end up, so let's do some guessing here. Oh, actually, will that just line up? Yeah, all right. Then we just need probably a medium in there. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Excellent. This part was really weird. If I remember right, there was a shift. Yeah, there's shift right and shift left. It's kind of a, it just keeps going sort of diagonally. I mean, they give us this crazy short track. Should we just use that? And that's pretty extreme. Got to see the train go around that. All right, and then if we go back to our straights and we buy a bunch of shift rights, I think we're out of stuff again. Does that come out? No, it's not quite close enough. So we need to go out a little further. Let's get our logs coming in again. Oh, look at that. Boom. Done. All right, then we want this guy to be straight. So he'll go in that way every time. Now we can send him over here to get some dirt. But we need some storage. So I think what I'll do is I'll control these switches, like if I need to go get dirt. Otherwise, I'll just have him loop around here. So we need some dirt storage. Let's just set up our dirt storage probably here. Slow this guy back down. Dirt storage. So let's get like, I think we can get 3 of those in here. Perfect. And then I'm going to pause this. Now this guy, I want to set it to diagonal, so he'll go that direction. This guy, I'll leave it on straight. It shouldn't matter. He should be able to come in here, do his thing. Now we can follow him over here as he goes and gets his dirt. It's a little bit of a perilous journey. We can definitely redo this junction to be smarter, but that's okay. The main point is to have fun. There he goes. I gotta see him go around this loop at single speed time. That's gonna be great. Hoi! Oh, that's perfect. I love it. Alright, let's let him fill up with dirt. When you're moving around with WASD, you can hold shift to move the camera faster, if I didn't explain that. Man, this video is over half an hour long already. I was expecting just to make a quick little video on this. It's pretty fun. You can definitely fine-tune stuff and do a better job than what I'm doing. But we can collect that. What the stone cellar needed dirt, right? Stone cellar. Yeah, it needed dirt. It needs logs again, which will be filling up here in a second. All right, we've got the dirt, so let's set this to straight. Then he won't go get more dirt. Let him fill up on logs. So we can kind of control now, you know, whether we need to go get dirt or not. No point in sending him way over there if we don't need the dirt. All right, stone cellar. Done. Let's put you down. We've been putting stuff on the outside, so we'll continue that trend. I don't know if we're going to need more stone. Let's leave a couple spots. We'll put the stone cellar there. There you go. Alright, he has filled up the wood, so I'm going to set that back to diagonal and send him over and he can get the dirt filled back up. What we need for the dirt cellar, we need, oh that's right, we need the, whatever that is. That's that other resource. It's not iron, is it gold? I forget what they call it. We go to collectors. It is a steel, that's right. So we have iron and we have steel. So we can actually buy the steel collector, so I'll go ahead and place that down. And now to get over the river, we have to have a bridge. So what I might do is kind of the same thing over here to go get steel. I might want to move that once we sell the stone. Why didn't he drop off stone? At the cellar. Interesting. Maybe he's working on filling up the... Oh, he's working on filling up the storage. Never mind. Alright, you're good on dirt, so we can set you back to straight. Won't make that big journey again. And... thinking what I should do. Let's pause this real quick. I'm going to get rid of that. And I want to go to split. I want a split right. And a split left. We're gonna split off. There we go. Set that to straight. Once this fills up and sells, then I want to move that. And we'll do the same thing. We'll have a Y go out to the steel, and we can set it to go get steel if we need steel. Almost got it. And then once you got that, basically you have to come over to this tunnel, build the tunnel through, and go get the golden caboose. And then that raises your multiplier. So it kind of just builds. And this is a, you know, an early peek at it. I'm sure there's going to be more than one map. Be other stuff going on release. Okay, let's pause that. So it says I have the 90 here. So we're going to have to sacrifice that. Let's figure out what we need to do for a Y here. So if we go to curved, these are kind of ridiculous. So let's try it with these. Actually, would that just work with the, if I bought another one of these? Yeah, that might just kind of work. Perfect. All right, straight, and then that is... yeah, not a short, it's a mini. Doink. Slap one of those in, and slap another mini in there. Beautiful. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. And then this guy is going to be that way. This guy doesn't matter because he's be coming in, but we'll set him to straight just for now. All right, we'll let that run. Everybody's pretty full, so we can slow him back down. Now we need to get over here and need to cross the river. We kind of need to shift a bit to the right. Get this up, so we can't lay the track on the water. I just wanted to get an idea of where it's coming to. So we go back to straight, and we have the shift right. We move this guy over, and then can we get up and over the bridge? Because we have a bridge. We go to elevated, so we have the bridge. We're going to need one of those, so we'll buy that. And then we're going to need the climby things. I don't think this is going to work. I think we're going to have to go straight and then make up the difference over there. So let's get over the river and we'll figure it out. So we need these bridge transitions, I think. I'm trying to remember how that works. Oh no, we need the ramp. need a ramp, and then we need a bridge transition, which changes from ramp to that. Then we need the actual bridge itself. But you can see we're a little too far. So I need to come back a bit on here. Let's do a medium and a short, and then is that... And maybe a mini on top of that. Takes a little experimenting sometimes. So do that, and then the transition, and then the bridge. Bing, there we go. And then the opposite, of course, on the other side here. So back to ramp. Then we're across the river. Then we have to hook into here. Which is easier said than done. So the split, we want a split right, maybe? I don't think that's going to work. Yep, I don't think that's going to work. We do have some of these shift rights. Nope. That ain't going to work. So I wonder if we had if we have to redo all this. Yeah, we need to shift over right once here and then come across the river. So we need to take that guy out, do a shift right, and then just move everything over. One, or was it two? No, just one. Just one ought to do it, right? Hopefully I'm not wrong. Okay, over here we had a medium, a short, and a mini. And then we had the elevated stuff, so ramparoonie. You forget to right click. We got our transition. Got a bridge. Back down to level ground. Boom. Oh yeah, we have to come back, don't we? Whoops. You're supposed to be a split. Did that wrong, didn't I? Is this not going to work? Oh no, we just need a, oh, probably a short. There we go. Let's get a couple straight pieces on down. A nice little curve around. Let's use the medium over here. The short looks so ridiculous. I wanted to try it just for the memes, but it does look ridiculous. Oh, I need the opposite of these, don't I? Need the shift left. Ooh, I'm not sure that's going to work. Nope. No can do, boss. There we go. Then, that's probably a short. It's ugly, but it works. And I want you to be set to diagonal, so you come in there. Okay, we can go get some steel now. Where's my train? Set you to diagonal. Select those, and we're going to need some steel storage. What do we need for steel storage? Steel storage. We need some more wood. So we're kind of out of wood. I need to get some dirt here before too long, too. Alright, buy one of those so we can start stocking up on steel. Whee! Alright, he was full because he made the trip. Need more wood over here. Oh, let's get a couple of those down. Start stacking up on steel. And that's basically the game. This video is getting pretty long. I don't really want to build over and get the caboose. That's just a lot more track laying. You would just lay track. It's fairly tedious. So you have to get it lined up with the tunnel. One thing that kind of threw me at first is there's actually a tunnel here with track. But you have to buy the tunnel and like build it even though it's already there. It's just kind of weird. Or no, sorry, I think you have to buy the tunnel entrance. That was the thing that threw me. You can't connect to here. So if I grab one of these guys, like, see how it's green instead of white? That's because you need the tunnel entrance. Snap onto each end of the tunnel. Then you can hook up to it. So just be aware of that. Place a dirt cellar. Didn't we, I thought we placed a dirt cellar. Guess we didn't. All right, well, let's go get some dirt. We put the dirt cellar right there. Those are under collectors, right? Nope, they're under storage. Dirt cellar. There we go. We've got enough iron now. We can sell our dirt. Look at that. So basically that's pretty much it. We need to place a steel cellar and then go collect a caboose and then you get your multiplier increase. So we need 120 steel. So I need 6 of those or I need to upgrade a bunch. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like I said in the beginning, there is a demo available on Steam. Go check it out. There'll be links in the description. Let me know what you think. It's a fun little game. You can do a lot of optimizations. So I look forward to seeing what it's like at full release next month. Thanks, as always, for watching, folks. And I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.